Greetings gastronauts, this is KeefCooks, I'm Keef, and today I'm going to do a much loved classic bit of street food. I'm going to make lamb Döner Kebab and my own Pitta bread. If you've been watching my videos the last month or so, and if not, why not? You'll know that I got a new toy, which is this air fryer oven. Links below if you want to buy one, it's fantastic. Sponsored. And one feature of it that I've not really used is the rotisserie. So your traditional takeaway Döner Kebab, well, it's done vertically on a vertical rotisserie. This one's horizontal, but I don't think that'll make too much difference, so I'm going to use that to finish it off. I'm also making Pitta bread because the Pitta bread that you can buy in supermarkets in the UK is pitiful. And mine is much more fantastic, so that's why I'm doing that. Alright, anyway, enough wittering. If you enjoy this video, give it a like, share, subscribe. Go on, do it now. Have you done it? Okay. Let's get on with it. Lamb Döner Kebab and Pitta bread. Okay, I'm going to make the dough for the Pitta bread first because that takes quite a while to rise and everything. So I've got 375 grams of strong white bread flour. I've got 250 ml of lukewarm water. I've got a teaspoon of active dried yeast, a teaspoon of salt, and a teaspoon of sugar, and a tablespoon of oil. This is extra virgin rapeseed oil. Mixy. Just pop this on the mixer and whiz it for a few minutes till it's all combined, and then I'll change over to the dough hook and let that knead for 5 to 10 minutes. Obviously you can do this by hand, it'll make you super fit. I highly recommend doing that, but I'm not. Right, there's our lump of dough, so I'm going to put that in a bowl. I'm going to cover it with plastic film and put that in a warm place to double in volume, which will take 1 or 2 hours. Ingredients for the Döner Kebab: I have about 1 kilo of lamb. Half of it is minced already, the other half is some lamb leg steaks that I got cheap. The meat wants to be as fatty as you can manage, about 20% fat, and that is. A half teaspoon each of ground coriander, thyme, oregano, basil, probably a teaspoon each of salt, ground black pepper, smoked paprika, and MSG, monosodium glutamate. So I need to chop up the onion and the leg steaks, and then we'll mince it all together. Give it a good old shake. Okay, I'm just gonna mince my garlic cloves just to make sure they're nice and fine and we don't get big chunks of garlic. Now, Döner top tail peel the onion and then dice it. Doesn't need to be too fine because it's gonna go in a machine. I'm chopping the lamb steaks into fairly big chunks that will go through the mincer. It's almost a shame to mince this because it's really quite good quality, I think. Anyway, that's what I've got. Okay, let's get mincing. So just put bits of stuff in. Some of the seasoning or the flavouring. And Kavirias. I'm going to put that all through again to get a more smooth mix. Right, I'm going to make a sausage. So I'll just get all the meaty stuff. So just kind of roll it into a sausage, and well, so I'm doing it on rotisserie. So this is the shaft that it has to fit on. Shape it around that. I've got no idea if this will work, by the way. I am winging it for a change. And if you haven't got a rotisserie, you can just make a sausage, wrap it in foil and bake it in the oven. So what I'm going to do is cook it initially wrapped in foil and then unwrap it and finish it off for the last 10 minutes, because I don't know if all the juices will drip out. I don't want that to happen. I want the juices, and I don't know if all the meat will fall off. I definitely don't want that because I want the meat. I'm going to whack this in the fridge for at least half an hour to kind of chill, rest, recover, recuperate, stuff like that. Now the dough has risen. Look at that, spectacular. We need to flatten it and chop it up, so a bit of flour on your worktop. This is actually enough to make 6 or 8 chunks of pita bread. So I'm going to just cut it in half. I'll use half it now and I'll keep the other half for a later date. You can freeze it as well. Okay, this is half of the dough, and I'm just going to weigh that. That's 300 grams, and then divide it into 4, about 75 each, in it. Form them into balls. Okay, and we'll just roll them out into fairly thin discs. Try to get a nice circle or oval if you can. Don't worry too much if you can't, I can't. And then we'll pop those onto a baking sheet lined with greaseproof paper and sprinkled with polenta. Then we'll cover that with a tea towel and leave it in a warm place for about 30 minutes, just to prove a little bit more. Okay, time to do some cooking. So I've got the air fryer oven heating to 200 degrees Celsius. If you're using a regular oven, that will be the same for a fan oven, or 220 for a conventional one, and gas, I don't know. This goes in for half an hour, 30 minutes. Right, here's my kebab roll. I'll just test its temperature. Oh wow, 87, 88. That is well, probably too much cooked, but anyway. So now I'm going to unwrap it. There's a big meaty sausage. The only thing is it spins on the shaft, so I'm going to have to put these forks on to secure it. Actually, I think that just that one will do it, because I'm struggling to get that one off. Right, now. Yeah, so next challenge is to plug it into the thingy in the what's-it. You know what I mean. Right, I think I'll give that about 10 minutes. And I put the gold roasting tin in there to catch any drips so they don't go onto the element. Okay, now I'm going to cook my pita breads. They've had almost now. They've not risen a lot, but well, you don't really want them to. So I'm doing them on a cast iron griddle plate, no oil, just medium heat. Put one on, cook it for 1 minute on one side, then turn it over and give it 2 or 3 more minutes, and it should puff up into something a bit like football. Fingers crossed. Right, I reckon that'll be done, so let's take it out and chop it to bits. Looks alright to me. Okie dokie, I have here some pita bread that I've split open. I know it didn't do what I wanted it to do. It didn't, you know, turn into little footballs, but we did manage to get a pocket inside, so that's good. Right, assembly time. Just stuff some meat in there. Bits like red onion, and pretty much whatever else you want. Then it usually has something saucy like yogurt or labneh or garlic sauce, maybe mayonnaise. There you have it. Wonderful Döner Kebab with homemade pita bread. Oof. Okay, taste test time with me. Oh yeah. Not a lot to say really, it's just fantastic. The meat is tasty and juicy and spicy and and the pita bread is lovely and soft and chewy, and everything together is just amazing. So thanks for watching and see you next time.